Good morning. I'd like to talk today about a new emerging worldview. The unfolding of the cosmos is a single, uninterrupted, creative event from the Big Bang to us. This new and very recent realization has arisen out of the discovery of quantum physics that reality is not a collection of separate objects floating in space and colliding with each other, but rather a single thing, a single web of complete interconnection. Actually, even the phrase web of interconnection still carries traces of the separateness that we have projected onto reality for the last 400 years. The actual vision of quantum physics is that the cosmos is a total singularity with no separate parts whatsoever. Our old view of reality was put together some 400 years ago by the Englishman Isaac Newton and the Frenchman René Descartes. Newton envisaged empty space as a container for the material forms moving around and colliding in it. He developed new forms of mathematics to prove the dynamics of those material collisions and to be able to predict the outcomes. He laid the groundwork for our science of physics today. Descartes applied the metaphor of the machine to the behavior of material reality, a metaphor that served us until the 20th century. Descartes also decreed that only the material world was available to be studied in an empirical, scientific manner. Consciousness and all other non-material realities, in his view, could not be studied because the results could not be proved by replicating them through experiment. As a result, the West turned away from the study of consciousness and immaterial realities and applied its best minds to the study of the material level of reality. As a result of this 400-year-old concentration on matter, we know almost nothing today about consciousness and non-material realities. To be fair, Newton and Descartes were both working within the knowledge of their time. That included the belief that the primary reality of the universe was material. Quantum physics arrived in the 20th century to destroy that assumption. As our technology got better and better, we were able to look more and more deeply into matter. We discovered that, at the deepest levels, matter disappeared entirely into non-material light and energy. So our basic assumption about reality was cracked. The primary reality of the universe must be something invisible, something more unseen and mysterious. Our sciences are still struggling to come to grips with that momentous development. The universe is not what we thought it was. It's not materiality, and its nature is a singularity, one enormous thing. It has no separate aspects that could harbor a localized creativity. If creativity exists anywhere in the field, then it must exist throughout the field, because there are no boundaries or localized separation within the field. And the field is the cosmos in all its vast and magnificent size. Thus, creativity within the field is omnipresent and uninterrupted from the beginning to the present moment. And it will continue to be so into the unlimited future. It is simply the nature of the field. We are the cosmos in its latest and most articulated configuration. The additional realization that is blooming now, though most scientists are not yet ready to go there, is that the universe is alive and aware. Consciousness and intelligence are not located only within the human brain and a few other organisms, but are qualities of the field found throughout. Again, there are no localized places within the field that could harbor separate islands of consciousness and life. If consciousness and life exist anywhere in the field, then they exist everywhere within the field. The completed picture of the new vision of reality is that we live in a single vast field of living consciousness that constantly throws up, materializes, and sustains the material realm, and then reabsorbs it, constantly evolving new forms. This tracks, to a remarkable and minute degree, the ancient Hindu concept of Brahman. This ancient knowledge, probably 5,000 years old, and perhaps much, much older, was formulated not through the analysis, empirical study, and rational examination used by our current scientific model, but through direct experience of the cosmos. The ancients looked carefully at the reality around them, went inside, and used pure intuition to arrive at their insights. This should be a little humbling to our present-day scientists who are inclined to dismiss all aspects of human knowledge not obtained through their preferred procedures. We are larger, and the cosmos is larger, than science can unveil with its investigations into matter. We need to harness intuitive insights to our scientific inquiry in order to move forward into a larger future worldview. That larger worldview will include the vision that we exist inside an ocean of livingness, miraculous, alive, creative, and conscious. If we can grow ourselves into this realization, then we can once again live in a universe of deep and profound meaning. We are yearning and longing for that. We are living in a time of great transition as our understanding of macro reality and the cosmos is shifting radically. The new view was presaged with some accuracy in the Chinese Avatamsaka Sutra of some 1700 years ago, rephrased recently by Sir Charles Eliot. In the heaven of Indra, there is said to be a network of pearls so arranged that if you look at one, you see all the others reflected in it. In the same way, each object in the world is not merely itself, but involves every other object, and in fact is everything else. In every particle of dust, there are present Buddhas without number. One of the major benefits of this massive shift in understanding is the possibility that the split between spiritual reality and scientific reality may be moving towards healing. The two bodies of thought share a goal of attempting to understand the reality of the universe. After 400 years of polarization, the two now appear to be converging. Among the disturbing trends of our world, this is one that is profoundly encouraging.